Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of our YouTube series, Proverbs God's Encouragement for You. And so, if you guys watched the previous video, I went over 2 chapters in that episode. I went through 7 and 8 just because how they kind of connected to each other. And today we are going to be going over chapter 9, which kind of ends our series for the wisdom section, which is the first part of Proverbs, which I absolutely love. I've loved reading through this part of Proverbs. It's been so helpful for me. It's so encouraging, and I hope it's been encouragement for you too, guys. So without further ado, let's jump into chapter 9 of Proverbs. So titled here, The Way. So this has 2 titles. The first half is called The Way of Wisdom, and then the second half is The Way of Folly. Now, we've seen something similar to this in another chapter of Proverbs, but this one goes a little bit deeper into what it's talking about. So we see here wisdom is portrayed as a woman, and in this chapter we see that wisdom, this woman has built a house. She has put up her pillars, she has made her food, she has made her wine, and she is making a feast, and she's inviting people to come with her. So starting verse 1, it says, Wisdom has built her house. She has hewed her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered her beasts. She has mixed her wine. She also set her table. She has sent out her young women to call from the highest places in the town. It says here, Whoever is simple, let him turn here. To him who lacks sense, she says, Come eat of my bread, and drink of the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways and live and walk in the way of insight. So once again, I love the analogy that they gave of making it kind of personal, of like giving it to an actual person, of a way we can imagine it in our own minds, of how wisdom is, God is inviting us to seek wisdom. Wisdom is wanting us to come and find it. Come and join him. And it's saying, come with me. I want to give you my knowledge that I have. God is inviting us to give him his wisdom. Once again, we put as wisdom as being God. So God is saying, come, I have so much stuff to give you. Let me give you this wisdom for you, for your life. For those who are simple at mind. So people who don't think, not saying that they don't think too much, but people who wouldn't think twice. Be like, you know what? I want to learn something good. Why not I go over there? Not someone who has a complicated mind who's like, I don't know, well, there's this. So it's just like, no. Like a simple mind. Someone who has, like, childlike faith is like, ooh, wisdom. I want that. That's good. It says, in verse 9, it says, Give instruction to a wise man, and he will still be wiser. Teach righteous man, and he will increase in learning. Verse 10, The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The knowledge of the Holy One is insight. Oh, I love that verse. That's the verse I have memorized quite a couple times. It is so good. It's absolutely amazing to read. It's very powerful to read. One thing I love about it, it's just really cool to read, but going back to verse 9, it says, Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, he will increase in learning. In verse 8, or starting verse 7, it says, Whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abused, and he who reproves a wicked man incurs injury. Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Now, some people might find this kind of odd, because you're like, well, if you're correcting a wise man, wouldn't they get angry? It's like, no, actually, no. Because someone who is truly wise is always learning. They're always seeking more wisdom. So if you give them wisdom, they'd be like, ooh, that's good insight. Thank you. I will keep note of that, and I will keep that in my heart and learn from that. Where people who are scoffers, in this case, are people who are ignorant, who are selfish, who are prideful, think they know everything. And they're like, if you try to teach them or give them advice, to be like, I don't need that. Don't tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing. That's what they're talking about here. Where the scoffer is someone who's prideful and selfish, who knows everything. Where a truly wise man is always open to more wisdom. They know that they're always learning. They'll always learn something new every day. And when they're given wisdom, they take it with selflessness. They take it with true pride, where it'd be like, oh, thank you for this. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's what it's talking about here. And I love that. And as Christians, if I'm being completely honest, I feel like we need to be like that. When people give us advice, we shouldn't act, whether that's from a secular person or from another believer, we should always act humble about it. That's what the word I was looking for, sorry. Wise people act humble about their situation. And as Christians, that's how we should act. We should act as the wise man. Whether that we are getting advice from someone who's secular, who's giving good advice. Not everyone who's not a Christian can give good advice. Whether that's from someone who's a Christian or not. When you are given good wisdom, good insight, do not act like you know everything. Because we don't. Yes, we're Christians. We are children of God. But we do not know everything. We will always be learning. So when someone gives you advice, be like, oh, thank you for that. I really needed to hear that. Thank you for that. I will keep note of that and take that to heart. Where someone who's prideful and acts like they know everything, you could be like, don't talk to me. I don't need that. I know what I'm doing. Sorry to say, but we don't. We don't know what we're doing. We live in a sinful world. Of course, we don't know what we're doing. But that's what it's saying here. And that's something I want to encourage you guys with is humble yourselves. If you guys get anything out of this chapter, I want you guys to get this. Be humble. Humble yourselves. And take that wisdom. Be humble. Be humble. It's so important for you. Just like Jesus was humble, we should be humble. And starting in verse 13, we see this is talking about the way of the folly. So the prudent ones who are selfish, prideful, this is talks about what happens to them. Starting verse 13 says, the woman folly is loud. She is seductive and knows nothing. Ooh. Ouch. Straight up just saying, you know nothing, you're stupid. Basically is what it's saying. They're not wrong. When you're prideful, your wisdom and knowledge goes out the door. She sits at the door of her house. She takes a seat on the highest place of the town, calling to those who pass by, who are going straight on their way. Whoever is simple, let him turn here, and whoever lacks sense, she says. Stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant, but he does not know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol, or hell. Whew. Be honest, I don't think there's a lot else that I could say. It goes straight to the point. People who follow the way of folly, be honest, they're stupid, they're dumb, they make poor decisions, they lack sense, and they're basically living, they are confident, or they are talking to people who are dead spiritually. And it's hard to see that in this daily life. So don't fall for that, guys. Do not fall for the way of folly. Go for the way of wisdom. Follow the way of wisdom. And that is chapter 9 for you guys. And I hope that it was an encouragement for you guys. I know this was an encouragement for me. Definitely a lot to take in. But remember, be humble, guys. If you guys get anything out of this, be humble. Be wise. And follow the right path. That's all I have for you guys. God bless you guys. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you guys soon.